I told you that a single letter change in your DNA could sound terrifying, but mean absolutely nothing? After my cancer diagnosis, I did genetic testing, and the results were a bit overwhelming at first. In today's video, I'm going to break down what exactly the results showed, what they didn't show, and why this matters for every cancer survivor watching. And if you're new here, my name is Jelena, and I was diagnosed with stage 3 rectal cancer back in 2016. After being diagnosed with colorectal cancer at such a young age, my biggest question was why? Was it random or was it genetic? When one of my mother's sisters was diagnosed with cancer a few years after me, I decided to get genetic testing done. I wanted to know if our cancers were related and if the rest of our family needed to be very diligent about being up to date on all of their screening and maybe do additional screenings. Genetic testing can help answer those questions. It looks at specific genes that are known to increase risks of cancer. And it also looks for mutations in those genes that can be passed down through families. Getting the test itself done was easy. It's a simple blood draw, and you get it done at the location of your choice. I had it done at my home, and they sent the test kit to my house as well. A phlebotomist came and did the blood draw, and they did a draw for a 47 gene panel, which looked for common mutations related to colon, breast, pancreatic, and gynecological cancers. They said it would take 2 to 3 weeks for me to get the results, but it was actually only 9 days. So my results came back showing a change in a gene called POLE, which I'll call POLE. When they told me that POLE is a gene that can be related to colon cancer in some cases, I started getting nervous. But here's where things get interesting. And forgive me because I'm going to read off of my computer a bit for some of this to make sure that I am giving you the accurate information. The test found a very small change in the DNA sequence of the POLE gene. Basically, one letter was different. Think of it kind of like a typo in a massive instruction manual. So that tiny change caused one amino acid in the protein to swap places with another. Sounds serious, right? But here's what the genetic counselor explained, which when you get genetic testing, a counselor will sit down or call you to explain all of these results because it can be confusing and complicated. If this POLE change were a strong cancer-causing mutation, I likely would have developed lots of colon polyps before cancer ever showed up. And that didn't happen. In my colonoscopy, where the cancer was found, there was just the cancerous tumor. And as I would later learn in the 3 colonoscopies I've had since my cancer diagnosis, they haven't found a single polyp. I also only have one faulty copy of this change. For the rare conditions associated with POLE, you usually need 2. Because of that, this variant is considered low likelihood of being related to my cancer. In fact, most variants like this eventually get downgraded to benign, meaning they're just part of a normal human variation. Now the part of genetic testing that people don't talk about enough. Getting genetic results doesn't always provide clear answers, and sometimes you end up with even more questions. And sitting with that uncertainty can be hard, especially as a cancer survivor who just wants answers. Right now, this didn't change any of my follow-up care or recommendations for screening for both myself and my family. But, and this is important, genetics is always evolving. If new diagnoses come up in my family or in myself, or new research becomes available, this all can be reevaluated. They have my contact information, so if any new findings or discoveries are made associated with that gene, they can get a hold of me and talk about what that information means for me. If you're a cancer survivor or someone with a strong family history of cancer, genetic testing can be powerful, but only if you understand the results. A genetic change does not automatically mean that you caused your cancer, your kids will get cancer, or your future is already written. Context, history, and having someone explain what exactly it all means all matters. If you've had genetic testing done, drop a comment below and let me know if you got answers or just have even more questions afterwards. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, and then check out this video over here that YouTube thinks you'll enjoy next from my channel. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of these honest conversations about what life is like after a cancer diagnosis. Thanks for watching.